Ladies, this is for you. If is this your first time coming to my channel or stopping by, welcome aboard. My name is Amaka. Most people know me as Amaka BK, the amiable host. The amiable host is now the trauma recovery coach and mentor. And I became trauma recovery coach due to surviving a trauma that was capable of unaliving me because it was very torturing to my mental, very depressing to my emotions, and very physically limiting, and of course, materially hindering. So I became a trauma recovery coach because I seen a lot of women go through traumas and they just allow themselves to be consumed by the traumas. And I thought that it would be nice to bring a message of hope, a message of recovery and healing to the hardened hearts and to the confused minds and to women just like me who are going through it or who have been through it and trying to survive day by day. And when I say being through it is you're no longer in the situation, you've come out of the situation and or the situation already happened, such as losing a loved one, losing a child, losing a business venture, losing a job opportunity, maybe getting fired, losing a loved one in a relationship, such as going through a divorce, going through a separation, going through the end of one journey and into the beginning or phase of another journey. And I feel the need to bring us the message of hope and new beginning. And of course, today is the message of alchemy, alchemizing. Alchemizing is not the new beginning, it's the new self, it's the new person, is the new ideals, is the new adventure, is the new identity, is the new strength, um, the new confidence, the new self-esteem, the new self-worth, the new found love, the new found value, the new value proposition. You are now proposing a new value for yourself and of yourself. So in today's message of alchemy, I want to remind us that it is useless to be mediocre. It is useless to be mediocre. In a world full of opportunities, why choose mediocrity? You can actually overcome that phase of mediocre for yourself. If you're in your mediocre phase, you can overcome that phase. How do you overcome the phase of mediocrity? By taking actionable steps in self-actualization and self-reinvention. You have to reinvent yourself. Did you know that you can live 10 lives in one? Did you know that we are given the grace and the abilities and the functionality and the confidence and temerity to live 10 lives in one? Did you know that? I thought to tell you that. I thought to remind you of it. One can actually live 10 lives in one. You can be like I am. You can be Coach Amaka, the trauma recovery coach. You can be Amaka BK, the talk show host. You can be Amaka BK, the amiable host for a roundtable discourse. You can be Amaka BK, the e-commerce guru. You can be Amaka, the IT guru. You can be Amaka, the immigration consultant. You can be everything. I have been a whole lot of things and I'm still counting, I'm still going. Don't be limited by people's thoughts and people's ideas and people's ideals and people's people's boxing of you or trying to box you into an idea or into an ideal or define you by their own ideals and standards. You cannot be the definition of other people's ideals. You have to find your own ideals. You have to define yourself, it for yourself. You have to be self-identifying. You have to find a way to identify yourself. Identify yourself so that you do not struggle with identity crisis. You do not struggle with identity crisis. So you have to identify yourself. And I've said this before, then let me give you another hint. How do you begin with finding who you are and identifying yourself? You start by your date of birth. What's your date of birth? July 1 for me, July 1, 19, blah, blah. So you fill in your void. If it's July 10, 1990, July 10, 1989, July whatever for you, you fill it in. You don't know about your date of birth? Go on Google search and type, tell me about my date of birth. Tell me what I need to know about my date of birth. And then put in that date, say July 1, 1920. And when you put in that date, it would pop up whatever it has for you. Listen, read that message or read that whatever notes it brings to you, like whatever analysis. Read that message, read it to yourself, read it multiple times and figure out, is this really true about you? Are there things about you that are yet unknown to you? Are there things that you're struggling with understanding? You begin from that. And not only that, begin now to find your interests. Walk through the things that you have done in the past, the things that have interested you in the past, the things that you have been called into or you walked into or you initiated or you gravitated towards. And ask yourself today, check it for today. Do you still feel the same way? Do you still want the same things? Do you still feel excited about those things the same way that you were excited about them back in the day? For some people, they used to like marriage a lot. They used to, they still do value marriage and the whole essence of marriage, but they no longer feel like they want to do it. So sometimes you just feel like, you know what, I'm over it. I have so much wanted this, I have so much wished for this, I have so much put in the effort, I have so much believed in it, but right now I've seen that I just have to move my, shift my gaze and move my interest onto something else that's more profiting, right? That's more doable, that I don't have to wait on another individual to have to accomplish, right? Such as, if it's a marriage, you have to wait for the other individual who may or may not be locked in like you are. They may not be committed to it. They may not be convinced about it. They may not be decisive about it. They may not be visionary about it. They may not want to do it with you. They may not want to partner it up with you. So that's, some of the ways that you begin to live your other lives. Don't put them on hold and don't tuck them away and don't bury them alive and don't shift them or like totally forgo them. They are still your lives. You can live your 10 lives in one because you only have one chance at life. After this life, you have no other. You're not coming back. You have none other. You're not coming back here. You're not coming back to live the second and the third and the fourth and the fifth and all to the 10th life. You better find a way to live that life here. Have you done business before? Try your hand in business. Have you done corporate job before, corporate professional before? Maybe if you still have the time and you have some skills and you have some certification or you can obtain one or two, go give it a try and see how you fall. Have you worked a 9 to 5 all your life? Why not give something else another chance? Why not get into a partnership? You don't have to be the one that's doing the day-to-day. You can use your money to be a partner. Have you bought stocks? Have you invested or done any kind of investment? Why not give it a try? You have to live many different lives. How many relationships have you been into or have you been in on? How many dates have you been to? When was the last time you had a date? When was the last time you booked a beauty appointment, done your facials or body massage or go in for the sauna? What have you done in the recent times that's supporting, projecting of your other lives. You're not here, you're not put in this world to live just one life. Hello, sis. You're not put in this life to live just one life. You can live many lives, and you're put in here to live many different lives. At every point in time, you should be a new person, a different person. You should be an alchemy. You should be a person that A knows you as a talk show host, and B knows you as a public speaker, and another knows you as a motivational speaker, and another knows you as a an IT professional, and another knows you as a business mogul or a business enthusiast or an entrepreneur. You can be everything. Think about some actors. An actor is acting, they have a perfume line, they have a grocery or whatever chain, they have all kinds of investments, they are part of an airline investment or shipping investment or hotel investment. They have their money in many different things. So they have multiple streams of income. The truth is, if you're an alchemy and you are living multiple lives in one, the whole world will not understand you, but you understand yourself perfectly. And you see, that's the beauty of it. The fact that you get to understand yourself perfectly and keep the whole world confused. Once upon a time, I listened to this interview by a young man in the United States, and he was interviewing this gentleman, and he asked the gentleman, "What did you do to make your first million?" And the guy looked at him and laughed and said, um, "There are many of these interview videos that I've seen, but this guy said that he runs 88 companies, 88 companies. He owns 88 companies. Sweetheart, that person has only one head, only one brain. And if you really seen the human brain is endless, and the human brain is working every second. The human brain is the last thing that gets to shut down when a person passes on. For the rest of your life and every minute of your life, your brain is functioning. So whatever you feed your brain is what harvest out of your brain. And when you tell your brain you can't do anything, your brain shuts down. When you tell your brain you can do this and that and that and much more, your brain activates. It generally like vibrates. It meets you where you want it to be. That's what your brain does. I am one person that a lot of people have mocked, even closest people to me, family members, close friends, associates. They would mock me. They would make like snide talks like, "Oh, you always have your hand in different things, multiple things at a time. Why not just focus on one and do it very well?" Unfortunately, God did not send us to this world to do that. Another human being, I listened to their interview, said they own 88 companies. And the guy, amazed, who is the interviewer, asked him, "How do you run 88 companies?" He said, I developed a system that would function effectively. And the same system is implemented in each company. And with the implementation, we're able to run these businesses effectively and successfully. Every business will come with its own fair share of challenges, financial challenges, environmental challenges, employment, staff challenges, every kind of challenge. It come with policies, with government policies and change in government and any kind of way. Things always occur with businesses, but business owners have found a way to stay in business, to remain afloat, to stay successful, to keep changing systems, updating systems, and adjusting programs to accommodate the new day, the new age, the new style, the new society, technology, social culture, diversity, every kind and any kind of thing to do what? Remain in business. That's what humans should do with themselves and with their lives. And I'm talking to the ladies today, I'm talking to the girlies today. Don't quit on yourself, don't give up on yourself, don't give up on life. You can live the 10th life. You can live the second life, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, eighth, ninth, and 10th. You cannot just live one life. One life is unfulfilling, is unsatisfactory, and is very boring. Not to mention, it's unexciting. It's unexciting. So live your whole life in one. You're giving a whole life, have the whole breadth and length and phases of the experience. Do everything. Get into that relationship. Get out of that relationship. Get into another one. Marry that person. Divorce that person. Pick up another person. Write that check. Make that decision. Finalize that program. Finish up that project. Get started on that project. Call your fans. Call your partner up. Call your friends up. Get talking about the business ventures. Talk about the partnership. Have that negotiation. Call up that event. Make that call. Pull out that card. See what's left in that. And do what? Do everything you can to live your 10 lives in one. Don't be a mediocre. Be an alchemy. An alchemy does anything and everything. Do it for traction. Do it for perspective. Do it for concept. Do it for theory. Do it for yourself. Do it for life in itself. Do it for the thrill. Do it for the fun of it. Do it anyhow. Be an alchemy. Alchemize. And if you're worried about my glistering face, I used the Super 5 Age Defense Serum. Let me show it to you. And I think you should get one. Here it is. Super 5 Age Defense Serum. I apply it on my face. Keeps it glow. It keeps my face plump, glowing, reduces fine lines, and rejuvenates my face, keeps that youthful glow and glistering. So, follow for more and share this video. And if you haven't yet subscribed, kindly subscribe. Please help us to grow and help us to stay bringing you the best message there is for struggling ladies and for people who have dealt with trauma or going through trauma and trying to recover. Don't forget to share this with your friends who are going through the same phases. Use this to motivate somebody today. Live your 10th life in one. Live your 10 lives in one. Don't be a predictable, boring person. Be a diverse, beautiful flower. And be the rose flower that has what? Thorns. You know what thorns mean? It can poke somebody when not handled with care. So, stay blessed and stay winning. Stay recovering, stay healed.